Picture this. It is a quiet Tuesday in August 2021. You check your phone and watch your entire life savings vanish in real time. No guns, no masks, just a silent digital slaughter worth $611 million. That is not just a number on a screen. That is college funds, mortgages, retirement plans, vaporized in seconds. In the movies, the bad guy takes the cash and runs to a private island to sip martinis. We expect greed, we expect evil, but we never expect this. The thief did not run. He stayed. He started fixing the broken locks, and then he did the absolute impossible. He gave every single penny back. Welcome to the strange and twisted story of Mr. White Hat, the criminal who grew a conscience. To understand how one person brought the financial world to its knees, you do not need a PhD in computer science. You just need to understand the concept of trust. Think of the crypto world as a group of lonely, isolated islands. You have the Ethereum island or the Binance island. To move your life savings between them, you need a bridge. That is exactly what Poly Network was. A massive digital bridge carrying billions of dollars in traffic every single day. We trust these bridges with our future. We assume they are guarded by an army of sophisticated algorithms and digital sentinels called keepers. On paper, it looked like Fort Knox. But the reality was much more human and unfortunately much more embarrassing. The developers made a mistake so simple that it almost hurts to say it out loud. They built a secret side entrance to change the guards, but they forgot to put a lock on it. Just imagine installing a $10,000 steel vault door in your home with biometric scanners and lasers, but then you leave the spare key right under the welcome mat outside. It is the kind of rookie mistake that gets you fired from a summer internship. But this time it put $600 million at risk. On that fateful morning, our protagonist, Mr. White Hat, did not need a battering ram or a laser cutter. He simply bent down, lifted the dirty welcome mat, and realized that the front door to the bank was wide open. It was August 10th. While the developers at Poly Network were likely reaching for their second cup of morning coffee, the digital ground beneath their feet began to crumble. Mr. White Hat went to work. He did not use brute force. He did not smash the windows. He used the elegance of a surgeon. By sending a single carefully crafted transaction, he tricked the entire network into believing a lie. In a split second, he stripped the original guards of their power and assigned himself as the sole protector of the vault. He effectively looked the system in the eye and said, "Look at me, I am the captain now." Then the bleeding began. It was a massacre. Ethereum wallets, Binance Smart Chain accounts, Polygon reserves. One by one, they drained to zero. $611 million changed hands in roughly 34 minutes. Imagine being on the other side of that screen. Imagine being the engineer watching the numbers fall and knowing there is absolutely nothing you can do to stop it. Panic is a slow poison, but that morning it hit them all at once. The team scrambled in chaos. They tried to call the miners. They tried to freeze the assets. But it was too late. Stripped of all technical options, they did the only thing a desperate human can do in the digital age. They begged. They went to Twitter and wrote an open letter that would become internet history. It started with 2 words, written in all capital letters: "Dear hacker." It was not a legal threat. It was a plea for mercy. They talked about law enforcement. They talked about the devastation to thousands of innocent families. They were terrified, but while they were sweating and typing with trembling fingers, Mr. White Hat was sitting comfortably behind his screen, sipping his drink and getting ready to do something that nobody saw coming. In a standard heist movie, this is the part where the criminal ghosts everyone. They vanish into the digital shadows of the dark web and never speak again. But Mr. White Hat was not a normal criminal. He was a performer, and he desperately wanted an audience. Instead of running, he started talking. But he did not use email or a burner phone. He embedded messages directly into the blockchain transactions for the entire world to read. Imagine robbing a bank and then texting the branch manager to ask him how his day is going. His first message sent shockwaves through the internet. I am ready to return the funds. What? Was this a joke? Was this a cruel psychological game? The world held its breath. When people asked him why he almost destroyed the crypto economy, he typed 2 words that chill you to the bone. For fun. He claimed he just wanted to keep the money safe. He framed himself not as a villain, but as a guardian angel who just happened to break into your house to prove your locks were terrible. Then the situation turned into a bizarre dark comedy. He started critiquing the Poly network team. He pointed out their flaws. He mocked their slow response time. He acted like an arrogant professor scolding a group of failing students in front of the whole class. And the victims, they were so desperate that they developed a digital version of Stockholm Syndrome. They stopped threatening him. They started calling him Mr. White Hat with total respect. They even offered him a $500,000 bounty to just please stop hurting them. It was the ultimate surrender. But our hacker looked at that $500,000 offer and essentially laughed. He rejected it. He told them he did not care about the money. He was doing this for the culture. He had the entire financial world held hostage, and he was just sitting back enjoying the show. Over the next 15 days, the internet watched a slow-motion miracle. The money started flowing in reverse. First a trickle, then a flood. Mr. White Hat returned every single cent. $611 million. He did not keep a finder's fee. He did not keep a tip. He even handed over the private keys to the remaining assets, effectively locking himself out of the vault he had just conquered. And here is where reality becomes stranger than fiction. The executives at Poly Network did not call the FBI. They did not demand handcuffs. Instead, they publicly thanked him. In a move that baffled the corporate world, they invited the man who just nearly bankrupted them to become their chief security advisor. Just pause and think about that for a second. It is like robbing a bank, returning the cash, and then being offered the job of branch manager on your way out. It is absurd. It is ridiculous. And it is exactly what happened. In his final correspondence, Mr. White Hat stated that his actions were driven by a clear conscience. He wanted to expose the fragility of the system without destroying the ecosystem. He proved his point. He walked away with $0 in his wallet, but he earned a reputation that money cannot buy. He became the first villain in crypto history to walk off into the sunset as a hero. The Poly Network hack remains the single most confusing chapter in the history of digital crime. It leaves us with a burning question that does not have an easy answer. Was Mr. White Hat truly a noble guardian who broke the law to save the world? Or was he just a thief who realized he could not wash $600 million without getting caught and decided to pivot to being a hero instead? There is a famous saying that, if you want to test a man character, give him power. For a brief moment, this hacker held the power of a god. He held the financial fate of thousands in the palm of his hand. He could have walked away. He could have destroyed everything. But he chose to give it back. Now I want you to be honest with yourself. Imagine you are sitting in a dark room alone. The screen in front of you shows a balance of 9 figures. Nobody knows who you are, nobody can stop you. Would you return the money? Or would you keep it? Let me know your choice in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey into the gray area of morality, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel Sins and Lessons. Because in this world, every sin carries a lesson, and we are just getting started uncovering them. I will see you in the next one.